Are you looking for the best fitness trackers? In this video we will look at some of the 7 best fitness trackers on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Fitbit Charge 6. Even as Fitbit has faced stiff competition from other manufacturers, most notably, the Apple Watch's trackers have always won me over. They hit a very specific sweet spot between attractiveness, affordability, accessibility, and ease of use. They're perfect for everyone who isn't an ultramarathoner or a semi-pro powerlifter trying to hit a PR. Last year's Charge 6, 7/10 Wired recommends, now has many integrations from Google, Fitbit's new parent company. The redesigned app looks much more modern and is much better organized. You can now get directions from Google Maps, pay with Google Wallet, and control your music with a YouTube Music Premium subscription. You can also check your skin temperature and your 24/7 heart rate readings, take ECGs, and track your activities and sleep schedule in the newly Google-fied app. The battery charge lasted well over a week, and the physical button is back, baby. Finally, this all comes in a package that costs $160. In late July 2024, the company also unrolled several updates. Improvements to the algorithm now mean that the heart rate tracking is more accurate. It can also auto-detect more sports, like the elliptical and spinning, and the GPS accuracy has improved. Many of its best features are still locked behind its $10 per month Fitbit Premium subscription. But if all you want is a basic fitness tracker that won't break the bank, the Charge only costs $160. Check out our guide to the best Fitbits for more options. Number 2. Garmin Vivo Move Trend. One of the biggest pain points with fitness trackers is how each has its own proprietary charger. If you're used to the convenience of charging your phone and earbuds on all-purpose Qi wireless charging pads, hunting for a specific charger can be an annoyance. The Vivo Move Trend 8 out of 10 Wired recommends is the first Garmin to have wireless charging, and it works. Garmin Connect is Garmin's proprietary tool for tracking all your fitness stats, and it's one of the most comprehensive and actionable apps I've used. This year, Garmin redesigned it to look, well, a little bit like Fitbit's, with body battery. Garmin's metric to gauge your energy throughout the day, at the top, above an easy-to-navigate at-a-glance section. The Trend is an easy way to access Garmin's most convenient fitness features, with an analog watch face, connected GPS, incident detection, contactless payments, sleep tracking, and continuous heart rate monitoring. Garmin does, however, have a bunch of similar models that go on sale pretty regularly. 2022's Vivo Move Sport, $180, is much cheaper and looks almost the same. But you will probably make up the difference in 6 months when you don't have to replace the chargers. Number 3. Fitbit Inspire 3. If all you want is a simple health tracker that will track your steps and your sleep and let you know when someone is calling, the internet's marketplace is awash in knockoffs of this fitness tracker. For $80, you might as well get the original instead. In 2022, Fitbit updated the Inspire. It has a pedometer, tracks SpO2 and sleep, and comes with a wide array of watch faces and accessories. It wasn't all easy peasy. I had some connectivity issues and had to restart my phone when the Inspire 3 wouldn't update the time zone for a day or two. The Inspire 3 also regularly overestimated how much sleep I'd gotten, which made me mistrust the new sleep profile feature. For 2 months, I had a chronic nighttime cough. The Inspire 3 regularly logged me at 7 hours a night because I was lying still, while switching to a more sensitive fitness tracker put me at a much more accurate 5. However, if you have no health issues, it is more reliable and accessible than a knockoff Inspire 3, and Fitbit regularly puts its trackers on sale. Number 4. Apple Watch Series 9. People tend to hold on to their Apple Watch for years, and rightfully so. It is far and away the best fitness tracker if you have an iPhone. The best Apple Watch right now is the Series 9, 7/10, Wired recommends. It looks pretty much the same as every other Apple Watch, but it has the new S9 chipset for faster onboard processing of Siri commands, which improves battery life noticeably and theoretically provides more privacy for your sensitive medical data. It also has a new ultra-wideband chip that lets you precision locate your iPhone quickly and accurately. The watch also has a new feature called Double Tap, which borrows from Apple's accessibility learnings. The accelerometer, gyroscope, and optical sensor will detect the minute shifts as you tap your index finger and thumb on your watch hand twice to activate the primary button on your watch screen. It's nice for stopping and starting music or timers around the kitchen. It's compatible with watchOS 11, which has exciting health-related software updates like training load, to check how your workouts impact your performance, and a new easy-to-reference Vitals app. You can also find most of watchOS 11's updates on the second-gen Watch SE, but you won't get the more advanced health sensors like wrist-based body temperature sensing. A note: Apple is currently embroiled in a series of lawsuits regarding different technologies in the latest Apple Watches. One lawsuit claims that Apple engaged in patent infringement with its use of the blood oxygen sensor. Another lawsuit claims that Apple infringed on the patent on its ECG sensor. Currently on Apple's website, you can buy only the Series 9 with the blood oxygen sensor disabled, but you may still be able to find the banned versions on other retailers. Number 5. Google Pixel Watch 2. Note: Google is expected to announce the Pixel Watch 3 on August 13th, so we recommend holding off until we see what's new. You'll likely see some steep discounts on the Pixel Watch 2. The Google Pixel Watch 2, 7 out of 10, Wired recommends, is by far the most attractive fitness tracker in this lineup and the hardest to take off my wrist. Last year's iteration was everything that reviews editor Julian Chakatu wanted to see in last year's release. It ships with Wear 4, Google's latest operating system, and has a speedy processor which makes it easy to track health metrics and view them in the lovely updated Fitbit app. Those now include electrocardiogram readings, sleep tracking, heart rate readings, and blood oxygen measurements, along with a new feature borrowed from Fitbit called Body Response, which uses an electrodermal activity sensor, (SEDA), along with heart rate and skin temperature, to tell you to take a walk when you're stressed. It does require daily charging with a new proprietary charger. No, you cannot use last year's charger, and it still requires daily charging. It's just annoying when you can seed every home and office with 3-in-1 Apple chargers. Number 6. Samsung Galaxy Watch 7. Our full review is forthcoming, but the Galaxy Watch 7 is the latest iteration in Samsung's smartwatch lineup. This year's model infuses some artificial intelligence algorithms to improve your health tracking data, like the energy score and updated sleep tracking capabilities. The sleep tracking offers a lot of information, but editor Julian Chakatu did notice a few times that it had stopped tracking mid-sleep. You also get FDA-cleared sleep apnea detection, though this isn't a feature you'll turn on all the time. It takes 2 nights to track, and afterward, you'll get a note saying whether or not you show symptoms. As always, some features, like sleep apnea, the electrocardiogram, and irregular heart rhythm notifications are only available when paired with a Samsung phone, although otherwise it works well with any Android phone. Chakatu found the battery life frustrating compared to older models. With the always-on display, he struggled to hit a full 24 hours with 2 tracked activities and sleep tracking overnight. Otherwise, if you keep a charger handy, the Watch 7 is a nice update to the Galaxy Watch lineup. Number 7. Garmin Forerunner 165. The best running watch will probably always be a Garmin Forerunner. The line is one of Garmin's oldest and goes all the way from the barebones Forerunner 55, $200, to the spendy Forerunner 965, $600. They all have different graduated specs and features. For example, the less expensive ones have cheaper displays and no blood oxygen sensors. However, all have access to multiple satellite systems for accurate positioning, as well as access to Garmin's proprietary training algorithms. Garmin's suggested workouts are flexible. The Forerunners also age pretty well, which means you're getting a bargain if you can find last year's watch on sale. See the Forerunner 255. However, I think the Forerunner 165 8/10 Wired recommends is a good compromise for most people. It's on the more affordable end of the spectrum, but it has everything you need, including a bright AMOLED display, an altimeter for more accurate mileage, and a blood oxygen sensor. I found the sleep and workout tracking to be pretty accurate, the battery life is decent, and I really like Garmin's morning report, which wakes you up with a summary of last night's stats, how well you slept, the weather, and how ready you are to take on the day. The music version costs an extra $50 and may be more trouble than it's worth, but other than that it's a pretty solid option for even more advanced runners. Alternative, if only Garmin's Forerunner line weren't so good. Otherwise, the Coros Pace 3, $229, would be a shoo-in for this spot. Because Coros uses a less battery-intensive screen, the Pace watches are incredibly light, durable, and comfortable. With very long battery life, I wore it for 2 weeks last fall without having to charge it once. It has dual-frequency GPS that tracked my interval runs seamlessly. I was trying to see how long I could maintain Eliud Kipchoge's pace, since he's one of their partners. The answer is, not very long. It does everything much more expensive trackers do, like breadcrumb navigation. However, its 1980s looks and dimmer screen may be off-putting to some.